All right, hello everyone. Welcome. This is Nancy Rebecca live on Facebook and on YouTube. And it is morning here, and you might be able to hear my grandfather clock chiming just to let us know it is 7 a.m. I personally have my mermaid cup this morning having my coffee. So why don't you let me know where you are calling in from, checking in from. What are you drinking this morning? Here we are. Today is March 24th, 2022. However, many of you will be listening to the recording later on. We just had a really incredible last kind of week of lots of energy shifts that were happening. We had that fantastic full moon in Virgo. We had the equinox in Aries, and we are building up over the next couple of weeks with that Jupiter Neptune combo. And of course, I love Neptune because it's associated with mermaids, and I love mermaids. So, good morning, everyone. Good morning. So, I have Eatonville. Hi. Hi, Shelley and Linda. Good morning, Rebecca. Happy Thursday to you too. Good to see you. You're checking in from Pioneer. Oh, I love that. Pioneer, California. So the reason why I love that Pioneer is because that's some of the main energy that I'm going to be talking about next week on March 31st when I talk about the April frequency forecast. There's a lot of Pioneer energy. So let me just hop in. So my name is Nancy Rebecca. For anyone who's not heard of me, you most certainly can find out more about me and a little bit about my story on my webpage, intuitivemind.org. However, every Thursday morning I give a talk, and I've already talked about the elements of water and fire and air. And so this last little combo, I'm going to put metal and earth together. And then we're also going to do a meditation together as well. So hello from Charlottesville, Virginia. Hi, good morning, everyone. So, yeah, things smoothed out just a little bit yesterday. That's what I was noticing. Over the weekend, I just kept my focus, kept moving through. We had a wonderful event of the Year of the Healer. Just to let you know, we had our 2-hour teaching. We will have another teaching in June. It is not too late to sign up for that, and the link is here. Also had an amazing spring equinox group reading. We didn't just move a mountain of energy, we moved mountains of energy. So there will be another group reading event that's already on my website, intuitivemind.org, for June. So you can already start registering for that. So let's talk about Earth, the elements of Earth, and we're going to talk about the element of metal as well. So you know that you can reach down and you can grab a handful of dirt and you can hold it in your hands. You know that you can take your shoes and socks off, and you know, whether you're on the beach or you're, in a forest, and you just put your bare feet in the soil and you just kind of twist back and forth to get your feet really grounded in there, and you start to really absorb that earth energy through your feet, the elements, the minerals of earth energy. However, as a psychic reader, as an intuitive psychic development teacher, because I'm always building our tribe of intuitive insight and instincts, we work with frequencies. And so today we're going to work with frequencies, but I put on these metal earrings that I got in Kathmandu, Nepal. And then I was gifted this by a friend. It's a large piece of amber from Poland. So I thought that would represent earth energy today. So even though we're going to work a lot spiritually with the spiritual aspects and the frequencies of earth and metal, you can make it more real for your body when you take your shoes and socks off and put them in the earth. You can make it more real for your body if you wear metal jewelry. Like I have gold and silver. And so, and other metals like copper. I remember my grandmother used to wear copper all the time. I think I was probably 10 years old. And I remember everybody, especially older people, wearing a lot of copper. It was supposed to help with arthritis. So we'll talk a little bit about those things. So I'm going to start with earth energy this morning. So the earth energy element, I'm going to talk about kind of when earth energy and grounding, you are in balance with that and you're out of balance with that. So earth energy is all about energy. It's about transformation. It's about converting things into energy. It's very grounding. It's very associated with mothering. That's why they call Earth Mother Earth, because Earth energy is very, very mothering. It's nourishing of life. Helps you to be more grounded in your decisions. It helps with the digestion of life. So it's kind of the ruler of, I think, the large intestines and the stomach. But it's about when you take in food and it digests the food. It does all those really incredible things that the body knows how to do that we don't know how to do, and converts it into energy. And then it sends it to the spleen so that the spleen can kind of energetically distribute it throughout your body and throughout your life. It helps you to feel fulfilled, satisfied, and satiated. You know, when you have a meal, it doesn't even have to be a big meal. It's like, oh, that just feels so satisfying. That's earth energy. And with the spleen, as I said, it distributes energy throughout your life. It goes to where it's needed. And I have a little story about the spleen that I'm going to share with you. But if your earth energy is out of balance, you will feel overly protective, overly mothering, overly protective of those around you, overly mothering. That means that your earth element is out of balance. Nervous. How many is nervous? Worry, anxiety, instability in your mental state and emotional state is unstable. When we think of unstable, we think of mentally ill or emotionally ill, but I like to think of it more as not unstable, but labile. So labile means high highs and low lows. Like you can be mentally very distracted one minute and then overly focused and control the next. Or you can be really low in your emotions, almost apathetic, disconnected. You can be really high by expressing anger or crying a lot. So that's that labile, being very labile in those things. So that can be out of balance. Excess sympathy. So there's a difference between empathy and sympathy. So empathy is where I have a lot of empathy. I was kind of born that way. And what that means is I can tend to, most of the time, imagine what it's like to walk in someone else's shoes. I've had a lot of my own experiences that enable me to do that. However, there's a lot of experiences, like I haven't been through a war, for example, but I can empathize with what's going on. When you have sympathy, you can tend to empathy is more neutral. Sympathy is not neutral. You're feeling sorry for someone. You might kind of energetically want to take on their things. So that's out of balance, earth energy. Hopelessness, feeling hopeless, feeling despair, and an imbalance in earth energy, not energy, but the element is you have to try really hard to be nice. How many of you feel like you have to try really hard to be nice? That's an imbalance in the earth element. So when the earth is in balance, you're able to absorb and digest things that are going on in your life. You're able to transform energy into a usable form, It enhances your concentration and focus, enhances empathy, as I said, enhances groundedness. It makes it easy to trust others when your earth element is in balance. It's also easier to believe what others have to say when your earth element is in balance. I talked about more stability mentally and emotionally, earthing, nature, meditating with earth energy. So I have this little story. Sorry, I've got my eye is kind of got something in my eye. Anyway, one of the things when we run our energy, and I teach people how to meditate by being in the flow, running their energy, and they ground. And when you draw upon the earth, which you're going to do in a meditation today, it helps stabilize your grounding. It helps stabilize everything. But one of the things working as a healer with others, often clients would complain. So your spleen, right under the left rib cage, is where your spleen is located. And so often people would say, I've got this achy pain that's here all the time. I began to notice a pattern that when they have that achy pain, that the spleen is aching. What I ended up realizing was that the spleen was depleted. So remember, the earth element helps you take in nourishment, you digest it, you turn it into energy, and then the spleen distributes it, right? If you're giving, so I named it the caregiver chakra because there's a little chakra in the spleen there. I named it the caregiver chakra, and because if you have over care and concern for others, you're giving out, but you're not taking in enough self-care nourishment for you to resupply. And it's not just about food, it's about going for walks, it's about meditating or doing yoga or breathing. It's about having a good laugh, watching a good movie, reading a good book, putting together a puzzle, playing a game of cards. All of those things are nurturing and nourishing, helps balance that earth element. So if you're giving out more than you're taking in, then a lot of times caregivers will notice that achy spot on the left side. For me, if I notice it's starting to ache, I realize I'm working a lot, I'm giving out a lot, but I'm not taking enough self-care time for me. Fortunately, I haven't had that ache in a long time. So, all right, that's about the earth. Now, how many can relate to, would you say, do you have an imbalance in the earth element or balance? So you can type that in the comment section, balance or imbalance in the earth element. So now I'm going to shift to the metal element. So different metals contain and emit different types of energies. So silver and gold are going to emit different types of energies, some of which can be used where you wear them or you meditate with them, that they can be taken in for therapeutic balancing effects. But let's talk about the metal element. Metal is all about protection. It helps you, it protects, it defends, it's your shield of armor, it strengthens your immune system, it protects you from illness. Okay, this is the metal element. Let's talk about out of balance metal element in the body. Can cause lung congestion, sore throat, swollen glands, feeling like you're trapped in life. I think we can all relate to these next two, fear and shock. I was telling Yvonne last week, I just look around, everybody, their energy field presents as a shocky energy field. As using my clairvoyance, it's like, whoa, everybody, they may not feel shocked. They may think they're fine, but when I'm looking at the field, the energy field is in shock. So fear and shock is out of balance. Unable to let go of the past. How many of you are there? stuck in grief, sadness, often sickly. Out of balance metal element, defensiveness, defensiveness, defensiveness. Over controlling, rigid ideas, feeling smothered, inability to express your emotions. And then I think for good measure in my notes, I wrote shock again, exclamation point several times. The whole world, I think, is in shock. If you are in balance in your metal element, you can feel joy and grief, and you're able to express joy and you're able to express grief with ease and effortlessness. You are a fully expressive person. You're able to express your emotions without needing to control, suppress, or oppress them. That's balance. That's balance metal element. You're easily able to stand up for yourself and protect yourself. You're able to set and hold strong boundaries. All right. So those are the metal element, those balanced and unbalanced. So which one would you feel like you are a part of with the metal element? Do you feel like you can really express joy and grief and any other emotion that just comes up and you're able to express it without suppressing it and shutting it down? Then you're in balance. Are you able to easily stand up for yourself? Are you easily able to set boundaries? Are you able to protect yourself? So that's balanced metal. So go ahead and put that in the, yeah. Lucia's saying, taking things personally. Yeah, these are just out of balance elements that you can look up and Google, and I encourage you to do that to get some more information. You can find out all kinds of ways to help you bring those things into balance. So just as a house can be protected by a lightning rod so lightning doesn't strike the house, meditating with metal energy, wearing metal like gold or silver or other kinds of metals is going to help protect you. Metals such as gold, silver, iron, copper, tin, mercury, lead, and others have enormous healing energy. And so we're going to talk a little bit about those. So whenever I love to teach experientially, that's my favorite form, because if I just talk the whole time, you retain about 20% of the material that's taught. But if you experience it, you retain about 80%. But I also teach intuitive precision. So as I kind of read these different metals, see if you can feel them, hear them, see them, know them. You might not be able to do any, you might be able to do all four, or you might be able to do one. But let's listen to gold, the metal of gold. So gold is an effective tonic to help with diseases associated with the nervous system. Gold, the energy of gold, improves memory, intelligence. It strengthens your heart muscle, increases resistance to fatigue. Gold helps people with epilepsy, hysteria, heart attacks, weak lungs, arthritis, and spleen disorders. Awesome. You can make your own golden water. So the way that I make golden water is I just fill up water in a glass or a pitcher. I put my hands on it and I just kind of channel gold metal, the essence, the energy of gold. And I just hold it and hold it and hold it until I feel like that water is a gold vibration frequency. And then I drink that water. And so that can help. You can also do the same with silver. So let's talk about silver. Silver has also good healing properties. Increases strength and endurance in the body, strengthens your immune system, helps uplift states of exhaustion, fever, heartburn, inflammation of the intestines, bladder, hyperactivity, Okay. Silver also can kill bacteria and viruses. So if you have a cold, we can talk about channeling and meditating with silver. Platinum is very good for cancer treatments. It's also a powerful antioxidant. Iron, we all know iron poor blood. We know that commercial. Remember iron poor blood? Iron is beneficial for bone marrow, bone tissue, red blood cell, and building up a production of red blood cells, liver, spleen. It's an antidote for enlarged liver, enlarged spleen. Iron strengthens muscles, and it also helps put that iron back into your blood. And that really helps with oxygen uptake. It helps when you take that nice deep breath in, iron really helps with the red blood cells to take up more oxygen. Okay, copper. I love this one. Copper reduces excess fat. It's a good tonic for the liver and spleen and lymphatic system. So remember, all metals are fantastic for the lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system and your immune system is your protector. It is your shield. It is your armor. When it's strong and vibrant, it's going to really help you to not get sick and to be able to maintain boundaries. So copper is used to, if you want for weight loss, or if you have water retention and lymphatic obstruction, and it helps with anemia as well. Lead helps with skin diseases, inflammation. Mercury is a strong heavy metal, but you can meditate with mercury as well. Mercury stimulates intelligence, awakens consciousness, helps stimulate the enzyme system, regenerates tissue. And then the last one I'm going to mention is tin. Tin. Thank you, Linda DeSantis. I'm going to mention this in just a minute. Tin is a natural element of rejuvenation. Tin ash is used to treat diabetes, asthma, respiratory infections, anemia, skin, lung, and more of lymphatic obstruction. They all do the lymph system because of their protection. So Linda DeSantis is saying hematite is a wonderful stone for iron. It's needed for iron. But one of the things about metal, the element of metal, it enhances everything. It energizes everything. So if you have a necklace or you have a ring that has stones, you've got a piece of jewelry that has stones, metal enhances the healing properties of the stone or the crystal. So you want to be really selective about the metals that you use and mix them up a bit depending on what you need. Oh, all right. So how about we do a quick meditation? And we're going to we're going to blend earth energy and metal energy together because gold and silver comes from the earth. Iron, copper, tin, all these metals come from the earth. So I'm going to ask you to choose which metal element you want to mix and blend with the earth energy. Is it going to be gold? Is it going to be silver? Is it going to be tin or copper or lead or mercury? Let your intuition guide you. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and ground. Close your eyes. Ground yourself within your body. Say hello to your body. Say hello to your spirit. And let's imagine, so an imaginary grounding image. Maybe you'll want to play with an earthy type grounding image or a metal type grounding image. So go ahead and come up with an image that's either metal or earthy or a combo of both. And then imagine connecting that grounding image around the hips, going all the way through the seat of the chair, the floor of the room that you're in, all the way through the foundation or basement of the building, through the earth's crust, and go deeper and deeper and deeper. You want to ground yourself to the center of the earth. Go a little bit deeper. Remember, the center of the Earth's over 4,000 miles deep. So just keep going deeper and deeper. And once you're at the core of the Earth, create a nice, secure, kind of binding root system to help anchor you to the center of the Earth. Now, imagine you're going to be intentional about the earth element. Remember, it's about balanced mothering, it's about balanced nourishment and nurturing and transforming things into pure, usable energy. And then also remember, in the earth, you're going to have veins of silver or gold or copper or mercury or tin, brass, copper. And so you can have a blend, and remember that's very protective. So let's go ahead and blend that earth element, whatever the earth element with whatever metal element you choose, and allow that metal and earth element to begin to flow up through your legs with the intention that it's going to balance and harmonize those elements within your body. Just slowly move the earth element, metal elements up through your legs to balance and harmonize in your body. Drinking it in, allowing the flow. Let it flow into your pelvic area, your hips. And then let some of that blend flow back down your main grounding. So up through the legs, into the pelvis, back down your grounding to let that earth element and metal element help strengthen your groundedness. You get to choose how much earth and how much metal element you're using in your blend, your recipe, your mixture. And now let's go ahead and bring that blend right up through your body, up up past the navel area. Let it flow right up past your belly button into your upper belly. Imagine it's flowing through your lymphatic system. It's helping to harmonize and balance your liver, your spleen, your immune system, all the little lymph nodes throughout your body. Up through your diaphragm, into your chest, earth energy, earth element, and metal element. And just flow through your lungs, through your heart, through your rib cage. Just intend that it's simply balancing. It's just bringing these elements into balance within your own body. Across your shoulders, down your arms, out your hands. Oh, there you go. Right on up through your throat area. You have a lot of lymph nodes around the base of your throat and up under your jaw. You've got a lot of the lymphatic system and the lymph nodes for your immune system at the base of your skull. Remember, the metal element helps bring that into balance, helps protect, defend, shield. You have lots of little lymphatic system on the sides of your head, going up the back of your head. So just imagine this earth and metal element infusing. Let it flow right through your jaw, through your sinuses, through your forehead, the back of your head, and let it flow up the sides and then all the way up and out the top of your head. And as this earth element and metal element shoots straight up out the top of your head, let it flow 360 degrees around, supercharging your aura. Front, back, side to side, top, bottom of your aura. Wonderful. So thank the earth element for supporting you today, helping to balance and harmonize you with the earth element. Thank the metal element for all the ways that has supported you today to help you bring your metal elements into balance and harmony within you. Thank your body for showing up today. Thank your spirit for always having your back and guiding you. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and stretch and move around. So as I am finishing up, because it's about, I think, 7:35, I think, um, I'll just want to answer. Amy asked the question. So many times if I'm doing a reading, if I see a lot of metal, like metal braces or a soldering iron kind of metal or heavy black metal machines in the energy field, that can be symbolic of mental energy, too much mental energy locked up in the energy field. So, Amy, just to let you know, what's the difference? It's all about kind of intention. If you're in your meditation, you're seeing a lot of metal, kind of stuck metal. The type of metal I'm talking about, the frequency, the essence, is like a gold color, a silver color, a copper color. It's an energy, it's a frequency, it's a flow, it's this ethereal thing. But mental energy is locked up like a locomotive train or a wood burning stove made of cast iron that's black and locked up. But it's like an energy block. So one is a block, one's in the flow. And so you would be able to discern it that way. But another way to discern is to check in with your higher self. All right, everyone. Thank you again. Oh, I just want to mention one other thing. On Saturday on the Blue Light Movement page, I'm doing a live talk on telepathy. And I'm just going to tell you, I started last week seeing these little kind of antenna going out, little receptors going out over everyone's head. Some are really large, some are small. When I asked Spirit, what is happening? I haven't seen this. They were like, oh, those are the telepathic channels that are growing. So I'm going to talk more about that on Saturday. That's going to be on our Blue Light Movement page on Facebook. So just request to be a member on that page. I will also be going live on YouTube. So don't worry, those on YouTube, I will make sure that I share it there as well. All right, everyone, have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic weekend. I hope to see some of you on Saturday. And I'll see you definitely on next Thursday as we talk about the April frequency forecast. The inner mystic is awakening. All right, take care, everyone. Thanks for hopping on.